Hello everybody, Yamazanadu, welcome aboard. Regin Shem, welcome aboard. You will probably fall asleep during the stream. Nothing like a little bit of holy war to fall asleep to. Anyways, last night I made a few new emotes for y'all to enjoy. I know y'all have already gotten a chance to witness the new animated GIF. We've also got one for when you're less pleased with me. And then one for when I'm not particularly pleased. There you go. I don't know if the last one comes through super well. Good use of the word nonplus. Yes, it's one that doesn't get used all that often. Okay, we discovered that we absolutely must have this province. We also discovered that that is... Yeah, this province is going to be under constant assault, but that's okay. Temple Lab. Alright, these boys are going to start moving out. Do I need, like, an extra priest or something? No, I don't. Some of you find it funny that the spell of choice to use on Wizard is Brick, not Pebble or Rock. Look, sometimes you need something a little bit stronger. Start getting some Woodhenge Druids out, because why not? You know what? Let's have this priest start preaching. Oh, of course, my air mage gets diseased. Why wouldn't he get diseased? Absolute rascal. Wait, these are my mauls. I want battle axes. This boy is completely loaded out. Thrasimund is also going to get a little bit of good loadout. Do I give him another fire jar? I think I... Yeah, I think I give him a fire jar over a bracer of protection. Because something we need to start doing is getting the attack power boosts. Oh no, is the curse still going? Yeah. I have only a little bit of a persistent cough that's just going to last forever. It'll go away eventually. Search for magic sites. We've got another airboy. These guys are going to be able to storm the castle, so we will. We have another disease. I might have to take a little while on the Apotropaic Alchemist to actually cure a bunch of diseases. Hydromancy from Yama, don't mind if I do, though I'm probably not drinking anything particularly healthy. I actually have a monster. Curse and horror mark are different. You can remove curse with wish. At least how you're supposed to. Can you remove a horror mark with wish? I still can't make the other nature booster. That's okay, we're gonna make another cornucopia. Thresimund, you're a 2 air lad. Weakened, never healing wound. Hold on, we are actually going to cast Cure Disease on Gunthamund. I'm tired of losing people to disease. You have never tried, but you do not believe it is possible to remove a horror mark. Deeply unfortunate. So what was in Dendranigra? We need to see this fight. You remember reading horror marks can only be removed partially through death. So we do have a bunch of fiery imps and an anathemant salamander. We've got an anathemant dragon over here, which means the fireballs are going to fly. Bunch of Abyssian infantry. No shields on these lads, just battle axes. We've got 2 fire jar lads here. We've got a couple of flail boys. Could the support of 3 or 4 mages swing the tide here? I need this province and I need it now. I want those Whisperwood enchantresses. Okay, these guys are gonna attack closest. This boy's gonna stay behind the army. These lads are going to hold an attack rearmost. Hold an attack closest. Fire enemy archer, sure, why not? Pawns, my boy. You're not gonna need this bag of wine. Dominions 30 will come out, and they'll add a button for distribute guards for your commanders. Oh, that might be nice. Okay, we'll take a little bit of extra fire damage. He is going to Phoenix Power, and then Flame Ward. You know what? We're gonna double Flame Ward on this boy. And then just cast whatever spells you feel like at that point. I want to make sure as many boys as possible benefit. Likewise, this boy is again going to Phoenix Power. Flame Ward. He might be able to get away with one other buff. Perhaps Furious Warriors. This lad is going to Earth Power. And what will help us survive Abyssian Axes? I wonder if Maws of the Earth would affect them. I mean, they are pretty strong, but as long as I can get them at least once. Gift of Giant Strength is 3 Giant Strength Warriors. You know what? If we give our boy 2 Earth Gems, he can go in the middle here. He's going to Earth Power up to 3. Then he can do Giant Strength Warriors. And then Maws of the Earth. And then we'll just have him cast spells. It says I won't be able to cast this. Why? I think it just doesn't realize that I have more than the 1 gem. Do we bring Lars along? He is a rare Air 1 boy, but I might need the extra fire support. What about some Earth Shatter Hammers? Shroud of Flying Shards, air shield 25%. The caster is surrounded by whirling winds and obsidian shards. The shards will harass and slash enemy units in melee. Lankan demons are not fire vulnerable in Dom 6, at least the Palankashas and Shuras. Wait a second. Nest of Salamanders. We need more boys on distraction duty. We'll give Lars a fire jar. Some fire gems. He's going to Phoenix Power and then do 2 nests of salamanders, and then retreat. That's all the mage support that I can manage. $590 units in Pelagia. Mad Crow, welcome aboard. How you doing today? We are playing the Forges of Ulm. Here, have a shout out. We command a sizable portion of the world, but very few thrones overall. We control a single lake. It's going to be a very valuable lake to us. We're going to start getting water mages. Keep building temples. We have the infrastructure. Let's see if we can take some more territory from Pyrene. Let's storm the castle if we can. We're not a... No, we are a pretty nasty army. I don't think Aeacides should come on this fight. I think he should go pick up more neutral heavy cav. Ratchus is gonna go ahead and just take some of these heavy cav that's scattered. Lars. How many boys do you have, Lars? You don't have a lot of boys. We're gonna reinforce the snake swamps because it's really important that we have somewhere to flee to if we have to flee. Get the temple. In the meantime, more smiths, please. It was old rye bread, so the crust was hard. There was an edge. You managed to drag your finger across in what you presume. So you notice the cut. You cut yourself on bread. You're super tired from work today. You had a surprising amount of people come in. You made a positive difference. Fantastic. It wouldn't be possible. Someone, definitely not me, made a miscalculation. You cut yourself on bread. This is certainly a tale for the ages. Gonna have some of these turtle tribe on mage guard duty. You'll tell your children of this. It will be a mighty tale indeed. Roderick, your job is going to be to head west. We don't necessarily need more priest-smiths, but, yeah, one more batch of them shouldn't be too bad. Rekared, what can you do for me? Oh, it would be so nice to get Forge of the Ancients up, but I'm gonna need to build up some earth gems for that. Why do I have a bunch of nature priests here that aren't doing anything particularly helpful? I think I need to deploy all of these mages. Get one sack of wine online. Dream Driver, welcome aboard. How you doing today? The forging of the bread blade and its baptism in blood. Yes. Also, the difference of 142 shouldn't be. You made a gain of roughly 500 UFOs. That's fairly average. In addition, 142 that should not be is what surprised you. Are you making bread commission? Is that what's going on here? The commission of bread? Just gonna start pumping up some province defense a little bit in a few select places. The commissioner of bread. The terrain is actually not very conducive to me heading in a southwesterly direction. There's just convenient walls of swamps and forests in the way in most places. How's research coming along? Just fine. We'll be at Conjuration 5 next turn. Which means... Fire Elemental spam is on the table. Will-O-Wisp spam is on the table. Winged Monkeys is also something I can cast. Is there anything else that we'll be able to cast reliably? Contacting a Naiad would be fantastic, but we're not getting a mage with these paths. Let's see. Everyone at some point in their life gets to learn the joys of debugging. You have an automated process during which money is counted, and it calculated an additional 147 that shouldn't be long. Well, the entire device seems faulty. It didn't let you check into the entire thing. Gnome lore? No sights. Battle in the Hungary Sea. Okay, we have a lot of lads. But they have a reasonable number of unpleasant boys. Okay, we had some cowards flee, but we won. Battle of Runia. We have some mercenaries. They have some trash. These mercs have definitely paid for themselves. Okay, this is an important battle. The Battle of Dentra Nigra. Uh-oh, these guys are marching forward. I should have had them hold. They might get... Okay, some of them got to benefit from the fire. Okay, this is going very poorly for me. We just lost all of our mages and their equipment. Alright, decisive defeat for us. But... we were able to kill both the Anathemate Salamander and the Warlock Apprentice. So they should actually have... yeah, there was only a Warlord left. So they have no mage support anymore. Okay, so one smith made it. Let's check out the other fights. 3 Pine Grove. Okay, one really nice thing here is that these are the Abyssian Tower Shield boys. They have 8 defense. Our boys have 10 attack plus 2 with flails. They're effectively 12 attack versus 8 defense. Oh, interesting. The, pyromancers can appear on the walls now. This boy is fatigued out. Okay, did we lose anything important here? No. Outstanding. They're flails, actually, Metro. There is a distinction. Okay, we are being held up at the front here, unfortunately. But the Black Knights just forced them to flee. They had very little on the walls here. Excellent. Plus 10 province income. New trade routes have opened in the Hungry Sea. New trade routes have opened. Okay. Fortress, Palisade, Palisade. Pyrene is critically low. Okay, this army is gonna go crush this province now. Begin mage recruitment. And crossbow recruitment, because crossbows are actually gonna mess up those Abyssian battle axes quite a bit. Uh-oh. We are officially at war with Mictlan. Can we perhaps... get Mictlan off our case? It's because there was a bump here. I wanted this army to join the Pyrene conflict, but we're just gonna have to, reinforce this border with Mictlan. Damn. We've got quite a few more heavy cav to pick up. Don't want to risk losing this priest. Mages moving up. So the Hungry Sea is ours. Can only recruit Tritons here, which is worthless. Still, 44 gold per turn at minimum investment. We need more Earth Gems. We could construct a golem. And if we can construct a golem, we should construct a golem. Let's see. You had forgotten how satisfying building temples on every province is. Imagine if COE Baron had MA Ulm units. That would be amazing. You feel like Trinities suck a lot more in Dom 6 than you remember them sucking in Dom 5. I have never been able to make a successful Trinity. You took the Grey Sisters Pretender as Lemuria because it made the most sense for your blessing. You took the pass. What your Pretenders actually got were Spellcasters Water 5, Death 3, 3 Glamour. Yeah, I really feel like the explanation for how they work is grossly insufficient. You search for sites. War is coming. We're not going to be able to get any boys up here without going on a lengthy sojourn, so we need to start that sojourn now. War with Mictlan is coming, and I'm not looking forward to it. Looks at system. Makes it worse trying to fix mess. Just halved all your magic. Yep. Hunarik here is a rare Air Earth Holy 2. Which is unusual. Go ahead and construct more temples. Stop recruiting those boys so I have enough money to upgrade my fortress. Stop recruiting these boys as well. I need to start building up mass here. I'm going to alternate between... No, I can't get the Master Smith. Damn it. Woodhedge Giroud should be fine. Oh, this is done building as well. I'm gonna have to forego a temple. It's gonna be this temple. Let's just preach this turn. That gets me the money I need in order to start recruiting troops. There we go. Smiths and flails coming in. Gonna have to kick these guys out of the Mapito Cliffs. Luckily, they don't actually seem to have a way out of there. These guys are not moving anywhere for whatever reason. And I just remembered, we're gonna be creating a golem. We're gonna need kit for this golem to use. Of course, my god is going to have to make most of the kit, or at least some of it. I'm not actually sure what kind of kit I should make for a golem. Like, do you guys know off the top of your head what actually goes on a golem? I'd figure some astral boosters are required. Just put the Scutata and Flame Brand on everything. Bread Blade. Flying Shoes, Boots of Quickness, a brand. Alright, so standard thug gear. Got it. Sadly, only my god can make the winged shoes. I do not want to have to prosecute a war against Mictlan right now. One of my master smiths got executed. God damn it. Yeah, Abyssia doing Abyssian things. Okay, go to province. So... What are they doing all the way out here? Aggravating, but fair enough, I suppose. To go here. We need more lads on the field. More guards. Might need to tail off that one army. Mist-covered highland. That's air. Frozen garden. I'm gonna have to make sure everyone has bodyguards. You can preach. You can site search. We're gonna get this boy over to this Four-Candle province. He's an inquisitor, so he should be able to do terrible things to their dominion. Someone important died, and their shield of meteoric iron ended up on someone it really shouldn't have. We've got 2 more diseased smiths on the field. Okay, at least we have a full firing line now. Or a wall of troops, I should say. This boy has Fire Jar. I guess we'll just have him Phoenix Power and Furious Warriors, and then just cast spells, because it won't matter after that point. Earth Power group, Stone Skin, good enough. We're gonna sit tight for a turn here. These girls are not sacred, so all I need to do is build a lab here. Zenryo is gonna start going home, because he's gonna need to pick up troops for me. Rekared here is immediately going to build the lab. It'll be a while before we can afford a fort here. This is going to be a really annoying province, because it's directly connected to the Abyssian Underground. And we have Liftrasse, the golem. Meteoric Iron Coin, we're gonna need that. So what can an Astral 2 Golem do out the gate? Astral Healing, and oh yes, that's one that I should consider picking up. Entire battlefield, heal 2. Mage summons the astral power to activate healing energies inherent in the souls of all living beings. Only affects friendlies, and only light wounds will be fully healed. I don't think that's a passive thing. I think it's just a one-time 2-hit point booster. The gift of cheated fate. I mean, other than Astral Shield and Body Ethereal, what is this boy actually rocking? Yeah, I never got the whole hang of golems. Let's make sure we have full guard contingents on all of our mages. We'll have it researched for now until we actually get a kit on it. We're gonna pick up more lads from the 2 lakes, and then we're going to jump into Genome here. And hopefully kick out the Mero. And then maybe we'll take a crack at the Sea of Mermaids, because there's a throne in there. Or the Silent Ocean. I mean, there's a lot of money to be had. We can storm Pyrene. Hopefully that'll go well for us. No, you are going to cast spells rather than retreat. Probably just another Proud Steed and Beast Fury caster. hasn't been assigned spells? No, everyone's good. I'm going to have these boys fire enemy archers. There we go. The storming of Pyrene is going to happen. There was another attack on Orunia. It was repulsed. Lost a Jaguar tribe priest. This was actually a pretty big battle. Alderaan, welcome aboard. How you doing? And Wastrik Voron, welcome aboard. So we had a fairly beefy army over here, but oh dear. This was a very large attack from Abyssia. Means it was this boy that died. How are my lads? Okay, many of my lads did not receive Flame Ward, which is really annoying. Got some berserking lava warriors coming in. Did they get blessed? No, they did not get blessed. Okay, good thing I put guards on everyone here. Oh, this one actually got poisoned. That's great. Did any of you get Flame Ward? Okay, the moral of this story is that I'm gonna need like 10 more mages casting Flame Ward because no one has fire resistance. And that's okay, this guy's got fire resistance. I need more Flame Ward casting. We have an Ulmish horse defending our smith. Barbarian chieftain, waiting in there and cutting people down. Yeah, our Nahuali got deleted. How are these guys doing? 110 fatigue. They're doing exceedingly poorly. 92 fatigue. Please, please. Rogal Khan, the demon bred. Yeah, he fled. We lost 21 out of 23 Black Knights here. This was actually a really, really nasty scrum. Doing great, and me? Why are you a naked man with your dark metal army? Or why do you have a naked man with the army? He is there to dramatically flex and show the enemy that we fear nothing. Okay, these boys, these two, are gonna head to the castle. These lads are just gonna move out. There is no lab here. I need to build a lab here. In the meantime, Nightglobe, raiding with a party of 6. Welcome aboard. How you doing, Nightglobe? There, have a shout out. How are your lizard boys doing? I think Black Plate Infantry will be fine for production. How's Ulm? We're doing alright. We're getting into some seriously nasty fights with Abyssia. Like, we lost... Oh, here, let's just take a look at this. Well, one Smith finally got assassinated. 10 Death Mages can hold a fort against anything. See this army here? It's up against a very big force, and I do not have good flame war coverage. And it really bit me in the ass here. Also, Abyssia just has a lot more dudes than I do, so some of them got in the back. Luckily, this Smith did not die. But unfortunately, I had a Nature Mage over here who was kitted out with the Cornucopia and a shield for swarm casting. It was not enough, though, and he got whacked. Every single one of my Black Knights died. Unexpected of... Brigands have taken up residence in a ruin. Yeah, that's fine. I've got more reinforcements pouring in, though. Let's see, that's one Flame Ward. You don't have a jar. You're doing other important things, that's fine. That's 2 Flame Wards. As much as Furious War, yeah, you're also a Flame Ward. Instead of Furious Warriors, we need another Flame Ward. I need a lot more Flame Ward. Oh, hold on. Flame Ward still costs a fire gem. So we're not going to be able to cast it. Gonna have to take a bunch of fire gems for distribution. Phoenix Power, first turn, followed by Flame Ward. We need more Flame Ward casters. After that, I don't care what he does, ever. The entire battle is just going to be a brundle by then. Need to make sure we have more guards. 2 flailmen, 2 arbalists, and a turtle tribe. The perfect guardians. Doesn't remove them fast enough for a fort fight.
They have seen the error of their ways.
Time to start the Iron Blizzard Battery. We're actually very far away from that. I've been going for all of the buffs. But yeah, it might end up helping. Oh, so Carthoris, welcome aboard. Hope you've been having fun. And just a quick little reminder, we've got some fresh emotes today. So check those out and enjoy them. Okay, the 2 Nature Mages can make it in, but this guy can't because he's old and slow. All of these boys are doing as they ought. Gunthamund is actually very important that we get a Jar of Fire on Gunthamund because he can do turn 1 fire wards. We've only got one Fire Jar Smith right now, though, and honestly, our fire income is not super duper great. I see a bunch of places that still need fire site searching. Do I got any other double fire boys in here? Of course I don't. Conrad is just gonna go start the searching process. I've got a lot of places that still need to get sites searched. Henrik, get out of here. That boy is auto-searching. Tulka. We have had air. This place has not been searched for air. Damn, we have an entire contingent of crossbows ready to go. It's going to take a very long time to get to the front line, but we're going to do it. Churl! Thank you for the sub! Welcome aboard! How you doing today? Here, have a shout out. Did my stream hiccup? No, we should be good. That's a hell of a crossbow firing squad. It's the beginnings of one. It needs to be a little bit more powerful, in my opinion. How's the Ulm going? We're bullying Pyrene pretty hard. We're about to storm the Pyrene Castle, so we're really gonna... We're gonna see if we've brought appropriate forces for that. Abyssia is putting up a hell of a fight. We just lost an entire... We won a fight, but it cost us an entire, wave of Black Knights. Let's patrol the province. I want that province defense on our side. You're in time for a cap siege. Abyssia strong, yep. How's the bathtub going? The bathtub is still here. It's got 500 plus units in it at this point. Including every Kraken on the planet. I have no idea what Pelagia's plan is, but I'm surrounding them with churches, and I've got a black priest who is an inquisitor coming in. He's going to purge the extra dominion from the area. Pelagia doing Kraken farming, yep. We are technically at war with Mictlan now. And I'm really not looking forward to having to deal with them. Oh, this is Abyssia's capital. Abyssia's mostly pushed underground. They've still got a little army here that needs to be taken care of. Clearly quite a deep bathtub with that much in it. Yeah, it's like the Loch Ness. Those fish people are about to be dom cooked. I'm working on it. Also, Outlook, welcome aboard. How you doing today? Gnome lore. Deep crevasse and a gorge. Oh, that's beautiful. 2 more earth gems per turn. Ah, Micklin has accepted the non-aggression pact. So we don't have to worry about that particular war. We've got some freaks. We have a lot of PD on this province. Oh, this is Urgesh Beast Brother, isn't it? Yeah, Urgek, the Foul Spawn. Yeah, we had enough PD to block that. That moment you just turned the lake into a holy site by the sheer number of temples. Yep. The surprise Dom 6 stream certainly helps too. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this. Okay, so this... We do have a few mages here. This is probably not going to end well for us. Yeah, all of these mages are dead. They got caught out. Oh, the Abyssians are beginning to flee. We lost a couple of mages, and that's really annoying. I need these guys to remain passed out. You're still casting. This guy needs to die. His morale is broken. Oh, you're... Why? Hold on. His morale is broken, but he's still moving towards me. Oh, it's because he's berserk. That's why. He's almost fatigued out. We've got some ethereal lads here. Stop. I need this guy dead. Yes, go for him, Commander. Are you fatigued out? Yeah, you're fatigued out from the heat. That guy's also almost fatigued out. But this guy is also fatigued out. Okay, okay, they're running. This was a very close fight, good God. It's kind of a pushover. It's a little better than Dom 6 than was in Dom 5. Bad at adapting to changing situations. Is the AI a pushover once you are an experienced player? Does it always give challenged? One-way unicorn. The AI is fairly simple. I haven't played too much of Dom 6 to be able to comment on any improvements on the AI. Though I have noticed that Abyssia is using their mages better. And you could always just give them a resource bonus, so you have to deal with more and more nonsense. Xenic, welcome aboard. Just have a deadlier death ball. How you doing, Xenic? Oh, we only actually lost one Master Smith. That's fine. We still have the Battle of Pyrene to check out. You've seen the AI blast entire armies through evocation pretty early on. So we have a veritable wall of Black Knights. Let's see. Phoenix Power, Summon Earth Power, Phoenix Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power. So all the Earth Powers are going up right now. Pyrene does have a lot of crossbows on the walls. Is it just me, or is the AI better in this game for starting with troops in the hole in the wall? And over here, they don't have a lot of mage support. They do have quite a few mages, but considering it's the capital, not a lot's going on over here. They've got some clockwork soldiers that are not going to contribute to this fight at all, because they're going to hit the scrum in the middle and pass out. The pan is kind of nasty. Ooh, this shaman caught a crossbow bolt. That's not good. Did these guys actually get buffed with anything? I don't think they did. What are these guys doing? Gift of Giant Strength. So, my crossbows are receiving the lion's share of the buffs, unfortunately. How about my knights? We've got Protection 26 on my knights. So that checks out. They did get their buff. Did they get the strength buff? No, they didn't. We did get we have experienced battle horses. Protection 27. Okay, so he got some of the natural buff. I don't know, I've got an entire wall of mages casting buffs, and I'm still not getting good distribution. Hold on, so this fight is going. We're already at fatigue 56 on the clockwork soldiers. Your first game of Dawn 6 was as Andromania, and you had dogmen backed up by body ethereal casters. You've noticed the AI is a bit better in the variety of ways. Good. Oh, they've got double pans. I didn't see a second pan the first time around. I wonder how much friendly fire we're taking from those arbalist volleys. We've got ethereal critters up front that are clogging the wall. And then, of course, the arbalists are charging in like idiots. But eventually, their lack of numbers wins the day. I'm gonna have to move those arbalists, because they actually worked against me really hard there. Overall, we actually took very few casualties. We had 2 smiths retreat. So before I forget, I need these guys off to the side where they're not going to impede my buffs. That was a very smooth victory. So, Cathedral of the Emerald, 1 fire per turn. Caves of Pyrene, 1 earth per turn. The Pleasure Orchard for 1 nature, 1 air, and 2 blood slaves per turn. Well, we're immediately going to dump a bunch of money into protection. Start recruiting smiths. Start recruiting black iron bludgeoneers. Blood slave sites feel incredibly rare. vampire spam time. You're a blood nation now. Strictly speaking, I've been recruiting a lot of Mictlan shamans. And there is a chance that one of them's gonna show up with blood eventually. How many boys are here? Like 5. Let's go pick them up. Adelaide, you definitely need a jar of fire, and a funny hat, and a fire plate, and something to make sure you don't pass out. That said, the blood sites that do exist are pretty bonkers. You think the 4 of the blood ritual discount sites off the top of your head. They're probably rare because harvesting blood slaves is pretty easy to do. Well, that actually... There is another cave entrance in Silver Fangs, so we haven't completely dealt with the surface problem. Okay, you're preaching, all is well. Let's get a temple onto the Grey Forest. We've almost got a complete temple surround on Pelagia. I am going to try and dom kill them. Alright, Filgurn. Do I have the money? I don't have enough money to upgrade this place just yet. But we can get some more front line onto the field, and that's what matters. Let's have some actual All-Mights guarding our smiths. Let's just see how our turtle tribe holds up against the marrow. We'll be able to have a combined turtle tribe, Ictiid, marrow task force to try and take the Sea of Mermaids. Okay, Dendra Negro. We immediately begin recruiting these sorcerers, and we're never going to stop recruiting these sorceresses. We now have access to Nature 2, Glamour, potentially Glamour 2, and Water. The first Water one is going to be super important, because she's going to start making rings for me. The heroism bless is so ridiculous. One of your acolytes, a Holy One priest, with nearly no combat experience, is now in the Hall of Fame. He has the third eye. Fantastic. Yeah, that's why I was willing to just throw my army at this place. It has to be mine. I will brook no fighting for that one. Siegbert. Of course, Anselm here is plagued. We need to keep searching for sites. I have a small issue in that I actually need gold right now. I have managed to cap out a massive economy. Nio is going to move back here. Okay, as much as I love this province building me lots of crossbows, I'm going to cut down on the crossbow production just a little bit. And cut down on the archer recruitment over here. Rodewald is going to search for magic sites. He was supposed to build for me, but that can wait. Gotta pick up the troops that I lost. I'm really happy I was able to pick up Runia and avoid a war with Miklin, because that's some air income. In fact, with 2 air come, we can start smithing, provided we give up a hammer on someone. Gunrik, you need a hammer. Actually, not Hunwick. I need... Tulka needs a hammer. And what Tulka is going to be doing for the rest of his natural life is forging quills. How do you get from Nature 3 to Nature 5? Yeah, the Moonvine Bracelet. We need to get to Construction 7 for that, which is coming. It'll be a couple more turns. Wait, Enchantment 6. What was that Enchantment 6? Eternal Pyre. Can't do that, sadly. Oh, Riches from Beneath, Earthquake Warriors. Transforms mining from something harsh and dangerous to really uplifting experience. The miners can carve out gold and iron with their knives, and the stone is extra soft, where the valuable ore veins are, as if the mountain is trying to guide them. The enchantment only works within friendly dominion, and higher dominion score is more effective. The enchantment gives a major boost to resource production, and a minor boost to gold production. Extra resources, extra province income. Do we cast Riches from Beneath? We need... Okay, let's go to Enchantment 7 for Earthblood Deepwell. Oh, to be a miner in the lands of the Riches from Beneath. Yeah, once we get Construction 7, we'll be able to do the Moonvine Bracelet, and then we can put Mother Oak up. We can do Riches from Beneath and Forge of the Ancients. Two more turns, we'll be able to do Riches from Beneath. I don't... What would I rather put up first? Forge of the Ancients or Riches from Beneath? All magic items have their cost reduced by 20%, and all mages crafts items as if they had +1 Master Smith. So all 5 gem items are going to be worth 1 gem. All 10 gem items are going to be knocked down to like 4 gems. They'll have 2 knocked off, and then I'm going to have like level 3 or 4 Master Smiths. Rich is going to be lots of money. Earthblood Deepwell is going to come in eventually. The Apotropaic Alchemist. Oh yeah, we were going to make another cornucopia. Okay, we did preserve our cornucopia. It needs to go to... Oh my god. I didn't even notice, but this is already something huge in Dom 6. Did you see what I just did here? I clicked on this item, And it gave me a list of all the heroes that I could... Wait, does it do with gems, do? Does it do it with gems, too? No, okay, it still does the annoying thing with gems. I'm really annoyed that when you try and transfer gems, it just picks a random... Why can't I just have that item screen with gems? Why doesn't this pop up when I go to transfer gems? Because I would really, really like that with gems. Disease boys. I need to put armor on you, and no one is forging armor currently. We are still forging fireplate, apparently. We do have a lab in here. Jorn, our prophet, is going to take a bag of wine. Move that bag of wine to another boy, because this lad needs a girdle of strength. I need to make sure this army is... Well, now that we're here, we can actually just safely put the fire gems away. And we need to redistribute troops a bit. Because we have a superior leader on our hands. Our knights are going to be on attack rearmost. Who do I have slightly in front of everyone else? I'm actually gonna box these lads up. I do have to watch out for imps landing on us. Also, I need to make sure that I have all of my mages bodyguarded. Because the danger of imps landing on us is very real. Also, the danger of assassination is also very real. And I figure 5 crossbows is enough to, or 5 arbalists is enough to hopefully handle any assassins coming our way. So this Nature 1 lad is going to be casting Beast Fury and Proud Mount on our animals. This lad, on the other hand, has the Cornucopia. So he's going to use that Cornucopia to do a casting of Swarm every battle. And then he'll throw on some Elemental Fortitude, and nothing else he does really matters that much. Oh, my kingdom for a relief caster. Immaculate Mounts. +2 defense, +2 morale, +2 magic resistance. I should probably put that... I'm half tempted to cast Immaculate Mounts instead. We can cast 2 castings of it instead of Swarm. We have more lads in need of bodyguards. How do you keep track of so much stuff? Well, If you're conglomerating a massive number of mages, it can be a bit of a pain. But in this case, most of my army is already scripted, so I'm really just adding to a big pile, and if I have to rescript the whole pile, then I'm in trouble. By the way, how do you manage gems for so many mages? Is there a smart way of doing it? The smartest way of doing it are the temporary gem generators. A bunch of my boys have fire in a jar. That gives them one fire gem to play with every battle, no matter what. This is one of the most important things to smith for any nation. Getting your temporary gem generators. Likewise, the one nature boy has the cornucopia. That one's really good because it gives you 2 nature gems. It can become a little bit more fiddly if you want to cast the bigger spells that cost 3+ gems in a battle to do. Or even if they cost 1 more gem than your gen generators provide. At that point, you're just going to have to either overload your mage, or you have a separate commander carrying a big stack of gems wherever you go. Okay, I have a lot of extra troops. And part of the issue is that my entire front line is covered, but that is a big spread of troops. I'm kind of trying to arrange it so they're roughly close together, so when I start spamming my buffs, it gets distributed in a somewhat acceptable manner. We've got 2 more guys that need sets of bodyguards at the bottom here. Once you get used to what your mages are doing, it becomes easier to take care of them. Hold on, I need to check something. Did I get a very particular spell already? There's Earthquake Warriors, that's a fantastic spell. A little bit outside my range right now without gem support. Earth is a really... Earth is the most important path for buffing regular troops. And temporary Earth gems are basically impossible to get for most nations. Because the only Earth gem generator actually requires blood. It's an Earth Blood cross-path item. Here's all my Earth spells. There's Earthquake Warriors, Giant Warriors, Legions of Steel. I need Legions of Steel. Legions of Steel is going to completely change me up a little bit because that affects the entire battlefield. Do I have a 3 Earth Boy on me? Yes, I do have a 3 Earth Boy on me. And this 3 Earth Boy has the Meteoric Shield. So this boy is going to enter battle effectively already at Earth 4. I'm going to give him some Earth Gems. His job is going to be to cast Legions of Steel. This is going to give +3 protection to all armor on the battlefield. All friendly armor. This is massive. And it's actually not even going to knock him out either. Because, so he's going to be entering the battle at effectively Earth 4. He's going to cast Summon Earth Power, bringing him up to Earth 5. The fatigue cost for casting the spell goes down when you're over level for it. And if I remember correctly, it's by 50% per extra level. So it should only cost him 50 fatigue to cast Legions of Steel, which means he's going to be able to cast other things for me. Now, we still have a problem, though. Legions of Steel has 150% casting time. So this is effectively means it's going to take him 2 turns to cast it. He's going to spend 1 turn preparing, and then he's going to cast it. All of the units that are going to be rushing into the front are going to be out of range of his other buff spells. So I have to figure out what to do with him, because range 15 is not going to reach anyone. Range 10 on this. Worthless. Like, what am I gonna have this lad do that matters after he's done the big spell? I could always just give him some self-buffs to make sure that he lives. He's on conservative magic gem usage, so in theory, he's not going to cast any other gem costing spells. He has the shield, so he's effectively also Fire 2. If we get him up to Fire 3, can he do anything important? He can throw up some lesser flame wards. I mean, casting lesser flame wards on his fellow mages is actually probably pretty useful. There we go. And I don't know, he's gonna hang out with the Deer Tribe archers or something. All that matters is that he buffs everyone's armor. Now, do I have anyone else casting Temper Armor? Scrolling through here. No, a lot of my boys are just doing the Stone Skin now. Or Flame Wards. Do I have anyone casting... Do I have anyone with jars that are not doing Flame Ward? Because we've established that we need more Flame Ward casting. This boy has the shield. Do I have the bigger Flame Ward? No, I don't. This guy, I need to give his jar to someone else. He's too important to be casting Flame Ward. Turn 58. You're at 178 augurs and 18 augur elders. That sounds like a reasonable amount. You really like temporary gem generators and think Illwinter needs to add more of them. I have mixed feelings about the idea of adding more temporary gem generators. I'm not necessarily opposed to them adding more gem generators, but I do not want them to be uniform across the board. I feel like if you add temporary gem generators for everything that are too similar, what you do is you just make them generic, and you lose a lot of the flavor. I feel it's appropriate that the Air Nations get dicked over with a gem generator that costs like 40 gems to create and requires greater magic items. Likewise, we see how good the buffs from Earth magic are, and if you just hand them that gem generator without the appropriate amount of work, it throws things off, and it also retains a little bit of flavor. I don't want everyone getting a 5-gem gem generator that only requires Construction 3. You can pepper some more in there. Make more cross-path gem generators, actually. Like, what if, instead of giving Earth a generic 1-gem generator at Construction 3, maybe you keep the Construction 3 part and you give them, say, it has to be a water fire making an air gem generator? Sure, why not? Just add in a bunch of funky stuff that's not necessarily easy to get your hands on. Alright, Mood Badar, what are you gonna do? This lad is going to get the jar. And just in case, he's gonna get the bag of wine. And he's gonna go all the way over here. He is going to Phoenix Power. Flame Ward. Thus far, all the gens are miscellaneous items. You think it'd be interesting to have weapons or hats or boots that are gens? Yes, that would also be good. Do I take a gen or do I take Path Boost? Yes, that would also be a fine proposition. Oh wait, boosting into Flame Ward is not going to work unless I give him some temporary fire gems. You wish they had better ways to distribute gems and not get gem baited. Earth Power. I love having Temper Flesh. Range 15. Sure, just give yourself Iron Skin or something. Again, I do have this little problem in that by the time I get through Phoenix Power and Fire Ward, the line is going to run away and they're not going to get the rest of their buffs. +2 attack, +2 morale on the horses. I would rather cast Proud Steed for the defense. Range 10. This guy's gonna run into the same problem. He's not gonna be able to get more than 3 of them off. Touch of Madness. Make my boys berserk. Potentially good. I did have something assigned. I don't have anything assigned to 6. There we go. And now I also have to make sure that my Flame Warders are going to be properly distributed. Because Flame Ward still is only a area of effect 20. and we saw that many of my boys were not receiving their blesses. Proud steed casters need to be with the steeds. Immaculate mounts. Burning through my fire gem supplies to make sure those fire wards go out. Expending all of my fire gems to make sure that the distribution happens. My group stone skin boys definitely need to be stone skinning my cavalry line. Childeric, you are one of my more potent boys. If I give him I could give this guy the ability to cast either Giant Strength Warriors for +4 strength or Earthquake Warriors. I think Earthquake Warriors would actually be really worth casting. And then, actually, can he body Ethereal anyone? Range 5. Unlikely. But he'll try. We gotta make sure we give him some Earth Gems. We're really burning into our Earth Gem supply when I want to be casting globals, but this is what you gotta do. Is everyone appropriately placed? Hold twice and wait for buffs? That only works on commanders. Troops can only hold an attack. Hold is for 2 turns. So I effectively only have 2 turns to buff everyone up before they run out of range. With the exception, of course, of the Legions of Steel caster. Oh, I need to get these guys onto a proper commander. Thorismund. Fire on all large enemy monsters, that's fine. Actually, I just had a thought. Where's my Legions of Steel caster? He could fit an extra buff in here. Because Legions of Steel affects the entire battlefield, I can afford to wait for the 3rd turn. So what I'm gonna do instead is, I mean, the only thing he can really do that matters is the Gift of Giant Strength or Furious Warriors. Yeah, he can throw out a Furious Warriors, and then he can throw out the Legions of Steel. And then he can, I don't know, Phoenix Power and Flame War. It doesn't matter at that point. Hold extra long bless when. A blessing that gives you an extra main order. Hold ground, where your troops just don't move forward. Okay, I think that is everyone scripted. To the best of my ability. Hanif still has these undisciplined boys. Now, do I just send these boys underground? Because then I'm gonna have to fight... Here's something else I'm gonna have to check. I need to view this battle real quick. Abyssians have Dark Vision 50. Fighting the Abyssians underground is going to be hell. Because not only am I going to be competing with, you know, regular Abyssian shenanigans, I can't see. We'll be in full darkness. Now, Abyssians only have Dark Vision 50, so it's not going to be as big of a problem. I'm going to need to bring in more Nature Mages in order to start spamming Gift of Sight. Forge the Cornucopia. I've got mages that need their diseases cured. I might bring the Apotropaic Alchemist over, rather than forging the Cornucopia. Seeing is a crutch. I can bring a couple more mages in. Okay, you, stop forging black steel. I want to get those globals up. Vagiobath. Start getting towards the front line. I need your nature magic. Henrik. What was Henrik even doing? Let's get some more arbalists in production. I actually don't like mixing the arbalists with my regular troops because of the friendly fire problems. I would much rather just have, like, a separate army of 300 arbalists. Okay, those guys are doing essential work for me. Arbalists should actually do fairly well underground as well, since they're just peppering an area. Yeah, you did that with your sacred crossbows. Friendly fire is too annoying. Especially from an arbalist. An arbalist hits extra hard. Okay, we're immediately gonna move to crack this fort. If they want to re-siege Pyrene as it stands, that's fine by me. In 2 turns, provided that I don't eat through any more gems, I'll be able to throw up riches from beneath. You're in violation of diplomat... Oh, I cannot even send scouts. Oh, that's why. Okay, I can send the scout in, it's just I accidentally sent Tobruk as well. I need to take this province of Obakti. Can I take it with this? That's 14 heavy cav. Let's find out. Let's get these guys up to the front. This castle is no longer close enough to the front line for me to really want to justify building troops. At least not troops that need to be on the front line immediately. Oh my god, look at how many crossbows I can get out of here, though. I could start just accumulating big lines of crossbows. Oh, and I almost forgot. I need to knock these boys off and go back to making regular Master Smiths. There's also an argument to be made for me to start recruiting Guardians. Both Abyssia and Mictlan have large numbers of Sacreds that I could be fighting. And we're getting our knights from elsewhere. Ooh, we're actually, hurting on recruitment points. Despite our order. 51 recruitment points versus 9 recruitment points. Berthold, get out there, start site searching. Most of these lads were going to move out. Except for Conrad here. He's gonna move out and start site searching. So how many Astral dudes have you rolled? A couple. I'm starting to catch up. We got shafted really hard early on for extra paths. Let's see, we've got... that's an air boy. There's one Astral over here. There's one air over here. There's a 2 fire boy. We've got... no Astral over here. Okay, we've got one more Astral over here. So if we can find a 3rd Astral, we'll actually have a small communion. Let's see. Well, we have our golem. Our golem could communion slave for us. Regent Sherm with the hydromancy, don't mind if I do. Childeric is an astral mage, though we're not taking advantage of it at all. The fish are moving. Yeah, these guys are just going to patrol. I need money. I need to knock some recruits off. This province doesn't need so many recruits. This province doesn't need so many recruits right now. Let's knock a couple of recruits off of here. I'm okay with accumulating a few. I need to make it to 1,000 so I can start building another palisade. There we go. Begin construction of the palisade. I want a castle on here. I want to be hiring those sorceresses every turn. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. These are 4 commander points, so every other turn is as high as I can get. I need that fort. Okay, we have spent an hour on this one turn because of all the scripting. No! We lost another... Which province was this in? Really? Okay. So they've got an assassin here. That assassin has already paid for himself. Okay, we're gonna need to get a commander. And we are going to load up on... There we go, battle axe and flails. Ratchus is at risk of getting assassinated, and there's really nothing he can do about it. I can put fireplate on him to make him a little bit more survivable, but that's it. Gnome Lord didn't find me anything. The Battle of Abokti. Alright, our knights made it to the crossbows a little bit. Looks like they're already fleeing. I mean, these were indie recruits. I'm not too sad about losing them. What was the casualty rate here? We shaved them down. Battle of Ginom. Ernst didn't have enough bodyguards. Oh, Turtle Tribe actually won. Fantastic. We should actually take a look at the assassination of Ernst. Yes, 1 bodyguard at the other side of the planet. And here is a Slayer assassin. Iron Skin, good choice. Ha! And then this guy ran away. Worthless bodyguard. Unexpected event in Neotha. A festival was held in honor of the apotropaic alchemist. +3 Dominion, hell yes. Pack of sea dogs is roving the coastal land. Did I have proper defenses here? Not really. Oh, but it was enough. Good job, dear tribe. Okay, the Battle of Nithithmirks. That is a lot of Arbalest fire coming in. And it hurt them. Berkides from Pyrene. Luckily, we're set to fire archers, so my crossbows are shooting their crossbows. And now we have some of our thug commanders coming in. Are you already injured? Yeah, the horse took a stabbing, but that's fine. Sea dogs are cowardly, yes. They prefer to ambush their enemies 40 to 1. Okay, it's a good thing I had a bunch of people patrolling, because Abyssia has come back for Dendra Nigra. So here is my army. I have some boys that are automatically charging in. Oh, it's because this girl showed up. Okay. I still have a bunch of flame wards that have not gone up. I do, however, have Legions of Steel. What's wrong with this tree? Yeah, still not enough flame ward, apparently. So who's this guy? An Anon. He's dead, that's who he is. Battle fright on the horse, that's unfortunate. Okay, we gotta pass over Minon's troops. These guys are here to absorb crossbows with their tower shields. Good enough. Alright, storm the castle. Oh, did we get another Astral Boy? We did. Altugs, welcome aboard. You know what is the green number on afflictions when you press tab? Green number on afflictions when you press tab. Someone around here is afflicted with something. On army setup screen. Okay, that's showing off their various afflictions. I don't see any green numbers. Other than their morale. Which is, well, it's their morale. By the way, very nice of Tab to show off who has how many wounds. Limp, chest wound, lost 2 eyes. Oh dear. Oh, that poor man. I feel obligated to get gift of health up. Send that man to the front. Let the poor guy retire. Oh, we can get marrow druids. What is the difference between these marrows? Turtle shell, queer ass. No queer ass, okay. Alright, we've got marrows coming in. Okay, these turtle tribe are just gonna do the whole guard thing. We have a lot of Ictiids that are coming in. These boys are going to be patrolling the province as hard as possible. Was there another assassination attempt? Ernst was a victim. Five bodyguards, 4 bodyguards. this point, I just want to make sure everyone has 5 bodyguards on them. Yeah, this is not an army capable of actually doing anything. You there, search for magic sites. Let's have some more auto site searching going on. I can't be bothered to keep track of it at this point. These lads are gonna get moving with the reasonably sized army. All of you, guard the commander. With your lives. You and Machine have very different severance packages. Love the range of opinions in this. Okay, you found out you were playing Nidavangir. It was showing how much Scar Souls are left. Yeah, I haven't played Nidavangir yet. They've been present in this game. Barely. By the way, how much was this lake worth? 53 gold per turn. That's not too shabby. Get some unrest reduction. That pays for a couple lads. 99 gold per turn from the Kelp Forest. 50 gems. The Patrapaic Alchemist. Teleport over here. He's going over to Dendronigra, and he's gonna start curing diseases on important people.
They have seen the error of
I have a double veteran commander. He's at 15 defense, 12 attack. That's pretty decent. Altux, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good time. Hello, Sophie. How are you doing? Yes, I couldn't resist.
I smell the taint of evil.
Have a shout-out. Yamazanadu has redeemed the Hydromancy. Thank you. We're not going to be going 7 hours like usual, though. This is going to be a shorter stream. A more regularly sized stream. Also, just a reminder, I pumped out some fresh emotes. Churl has redeemed Stretch. Alright. Oh god. Oh god, my spine! There we are. Hope you're satisfied with the stretch.
They have seen the error of their ways.
Alex, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you enjoyed the stretch. Voron has already found his favorite emote. Okay, that boy's moving in. We are preaching away enemy dominion. Let's go ahead and get another temple up. All the temples are going up. Preach the teachings of God. Actually, this is a swamp, and we haven't searched it for nature sites yet. Search for sites. Search for sites, because apparently I forgot to do that. Will you send the full-size emotes on server, because they look really good up close too? I hadn't considered it, but if you would like me to post them, I will. The brick is neat. There was an alternate version of the brick. I could post that as well. Sophie with the 7-stream watch streak. Thank you for dropping by. Here, I should give you the big shout-out. It's the only one you've got access to. I mean, there's the other free emotes. That should be Comfy, the god-awful Pog. Jilf, raiding with a party of 7. Welcome aboard, Jilf. How you doing? Here, have a shout-out. You were doing the Invincible. You're alive. Fantastic. Hey, Jilf, check out the new emote that I did. Check out all the new emotes. Hold on, where's the other one? There's the other one. Look, new emotes. Spring is in the air. Should get back to playing a bit of Battle Cry. Maybe after this Ulm game is done, we'll actually come back to Battle Cry. I have all of these scouts and I'm not doing anything with them. Should start getting them somewhere important. We'll come through here, pick up more Turtle Tribe. I am going to need more Turtle Tribe. And that's as much as recruitment points allow. More guards. Can I could upgrade this place to a castle, but I actually don't think that's necessary. I'm gonna get this guy here preemptively so I can get a castle on Dentro Negra immediately. And we'll move in 2 more smiths that are going to have to get added to the big fat pool of stuff. What can we do with these guys? Fireplate. Girdle of Might's fine. We have another cornucopia. Jilf has redeemed the arcane bestiary. Alright, Jilf, you want an arcane bestiary entry? Let's go to the creatures of Barsave and consult Vesdengius, the Keeper of Secrets. Do we talk to you about something so generic as the Hellhound? I suppose we do. Hellhounds are large dogs, standing more than 4 feet high at the shoulder. Their stocky, muscular bodies are covered in short, dark brown fur that seems to absorb the light. Indeed, they bear a passing resemblance to gatehounds. Teeth as sharp as my talons fill their jaws. A hellhound can easily tear an arm or a leg off a human or an elf in a single bite. The presence of fire in its mouth and eyes, however, clearly shows the hellhound for what it is. If you look deeply enough into a hellhound's throat, though I can't think of any good reason to do so, you can see fire flickering within. A hellhound's eyes also seem to burn. Deep within the sockets are twin balls of flame. In complete darkness, the eyes of a hellhound glow like candle flames. Hellhounds have an impressive magical ability, one they share with dragons. At the height of their power, they can breathe great gouts of flame, as long as my back leg, 40 feet or so. That level of power means that the hellhound has not used its fire-breathing ability for more than a day. If it does not have full power, it belches shorter streams of fire. Unlike normal fire, this magical flame can briefly burn almost anything, including armor, weapons, rocks, clothing, wood, and flesh. In truth, the Hellhound's magic flames are not precisely fire, as most name-givers understand it. The flame mixes in the Hellhound's throat with a volatile ooze that sticks to the hound's target and burns continuously. One can only put out this burning ooze by completely suffocating it. So an adventurer struck by this foul stuff might survive by immediately plunging into water, or some other liquid itself that does not burn? Yes, but he'd best do it quickly before the fire does him serious harm. Hellhounds travel and hunt in packs so that they can surround their prey from all sides. Once a pack has encircled its victim, the pack leader sets the poor wretch afire. If the victim tries to bolt in any direction, the hound nearest him or her coughs up its own stream of fire at the sufferer, forcing the victim to stagger back into the tightening circle of hellhounds. Most of you smaller races and nearly all animals begin to succumb to the pain and shock of your burning flesh within minutes. The smaller the prey, of course, the faster it burns. Hellhounds hunt in this way to ensure that only a few pack members use up their fire-breathing power at any given time, and to cook their food so as to reduce chances of eating diseased meat. Clever beasts, and as such particularly dangerous. More than a few rumors have reached my ears regarding hellhounds and dragons, all of which are spurious. We dragons did not create hellhounds, nor do we keep them as pets. The fact that they breathe fire as we do is no more than a coincidence of nature. Certainly, we have never indulged in any kind of dubious magical experiments to produce these creatures. As far as I know, only your races subject other living things to such butchery. A hellhound can be kept as a pet if raised from a pup and will show amazing loyalty to its master as long as it is not hungry. Those who wish to tame a hellhound would be well advised to feed it often. Curiously, Vestengus did not mention the hellhound's astral sight. I cannot quite believe that such an informing source as the Master of Secrets would make such a glaring oversight, yet I find it hard to believe that all the tales I have heard about these beasts are wrong. The omission is puzzling indeed, for which I apologize to the reader. There you go. Hellpuppers. Astral sight, fire breath, the usual business. I'll hold on to that cornucopia until Ixelton shows up here. I'm going to rename this boy just to remind him. You know what? Congratulations, Shilf. You get to dally about in no clothes. And do nature things. I'm going to give you a cornucopia. Okay, the fortress is building. The patrols are patrolling. I need to double check. Where is the bigger fire ward? Wait, fire ward is as big as it gets? That can't be. Fire Fend is a level 8 spell. That's rough. Is there anything up here in enchantment that I would actually want to go all the way up to Fire 8 for? There's Fire Fend. Wow. It is only Fire Fend I would be going to enchantment 8 for. But Fire Fend would definitely free up a lot of resources for me. Oh, we could cast Dragon Master with those sorceresses. Hail of Burning Embers, Dome of Flaming Death, Steel Slice Warriors. Yeah, Xanadu has redeemed Hydromancy, and I'm actually out of beverage. Here, let me run downstairs real quick to grab a refreshment. Let's I'll set the fight for Dendra Nigra once again, just so you have something to look at. A nice, refreshing glass of refrigerated water. Thank you, Gamma-Xanadu. I think I have doled out all of the orders. I have one last batch of knights that need to come out. And considering we took a lot of casualties, we're going to send them south. Ah, these guys still need to move. "32 boys. You know what? I can just distribute these among the shamans, and then Fomoric can actually turn around and go home to pick up the next batch. Get our priests preaching. We'll come back, take another crack at Obakti over here. It is one of the last provinces. Actually, this Tlaloc needs to come to Faldenberg and build a temple and a lab so I can get more mages researching. And I almost forgot to distribute my owl quill. There's the coin, the meteoric coin. We're up to 3 astral on this golem. And I have yet to actually devise a use for this golem, which I feel is a weakness on my part. Opposition. Stun magic being. 999 damage. We're not really up against astral beings, though. Spell Ward. Burst 24 magic resistance. That would actually be very nice for All Mights. We could just send him into battle to cast Body Ethereal forever. Mindless, inanimate. He is a poor amphibian. What if I sent the golem underwater just to point buff Body Ethereal? Surely a couple of ethereal fish would vastly improve my chances of survival. I still need to get a full kit on him, though. Geyserik here is a triple Earthcaster. Katibu. Katibu, Katibu, Katibu. He needs to get moving towards the south. We've got auto search. Vano has made it home. 103 extra boys. I think they need to march north. And back up the city of Undrase. Maybe we can take Spring Grove. Squeeze out the few gold pieces we're not making out of this world. Either way, Teki Ziketatl needs to head to the front line. What are we gonna do? Gnome lore found nothing. Assassination attempt. Let's see how this one goes. So here's the assassin. No. Okay, this is the commander I just recruited. His chances are not good. Defense 9. He's got plate armor, but he's probably going to get poisoned. He's got 11 attack skill. He's up against someone with 17 hit points. He's only got 14. Oh, but we do get a harassment bonus because that woman is trying to punch out the assassin. She's instantly dead. Ooh. We clubbed him with a limp. -1 attack, -1 defense. He's still got good attack, but his defense is going down. Only 7 hit points. I could conceivably win this. 11 attack against 9 defense. That commoner took a stab for me. Yes, it did. Oh, the other one's coming. Yes! The commander was victorious. The foul assassin was put down. Let's see. Event in Tesiphon, 4 air gems. One of your smiths has been working diligently to fashion a magic item. I have gained Faithful. Faithful is a fantastic item. Good old woods. Your temple has been desecrated. An acolyte was found strung face down above the altar. The divine statues broken. Your glorious visage defaced. -5 dominion, +2 turmoil. Unacceptable. Funny enough, -5 dominion was actually not enough to break the faith here. Is that part of some sort of event? I don't see a book. Okay, Bandragor got attacked. That's fine. We love our commoners, don't we, folks? Yes, they're very useful. Religious misconcept, Trobon. Okay. We gotta get someone to patrol in Trobon. It's harming my dominion. Have we acquired fresh fish? No, the fresh fish are... There's Keskog. Hold on. Okay, there he is. Ace. They're gonna get together for a joint attack. Gunthamund, you definitely need a fire plate, a belt, and a fire jar. You know, I'll even give you Faithful. Maybe I'll move out with all these lads. I'm going to hold off on moving out with the 3 Earth Boy. I need to make sure he's, well, 1, properly protected, and 2, properly kitted out with gear. Fire at large enemy monsters. Hold an attack closest. Earth power in groups. Stone skin should be good. That giant strength should do. We're gonna go make sure Gol Amrod is protected. This swamp requires more defense. More lads are moving in by the minute. Preaching is coming along just fine. Take a moment to search for magic sites, because we haven't searched for nature in these places. Roderick is also going to take a moment to search for magic sites. I wonder how long it'll actually take to presumably beat down the Dominion of Pelagia. Where our Dominion is just starting to surround them. More nature boys. They need to make it to the front line. Can I get additional priests out of any of these provinces? And I'm not even talking about special priests. I'm talking about standard, regular, there we go, run-of-the-mill priests. Let's start hiring them. We're going to completely surround Pelagia and preach as best we are able. Oh, we didn't look at the other... There was a battle for Runia. Yep, start hacking them up. Ooh, those Mouflon Knights are doing bad things to my boys. Of course, they're running away. Damn it, and Runia was an important province. That was all province defense, but that was a lot of money in province defense. And they mainly lost Pyrenian crossbows. Even if they patrol out your scout, they'll pick up the stone idol and probably won't be smart enough to unequip it. If you really want to ruin them, you could send a scout with the stone idol and a ring of water breathing. Once I get water, I might do it. A lot of fire going on here. Get that bloody pan. Thank you. I better not have taken... Ooh, one of my black lords got knocked off their mount. Do I have a lad that needs to get back onto his mount? Immediately begin recruiting more blacksmiths. Haven't gotten an Ictiad shaman yet? No, I have no ability to. We do have hope. Eventually, I am going to get one of these enchantresses. They have a 33% chance of rolling a water path on them. And if they get that water path, I will be able to start smithing down that particular line of thinking. Okay, Apotropaic Alchemist is going to cure disease on Recarid. Chest wound. Next turn, we'll take a break from curing diseases in order to do riches from beneath. Frithegrim. Oh, we have no temple here. Vagiobath. Construct the temple. Vagiobath is also going to get the cornucopia. Forging girdle. I'm gonna need to forge more bloody dwarf hammers. Maybe we can take a break on the wine forging. Get another Horn of Valor while we're in business. And we need to go back to forging hats. Black steel hats, to be specific. You found one in a coastal province. Well, we haven't. We have found them in this lake province, and that's it. We could also be getting earth water boys at it, but the point is, everything that we want water for is underwater. The game has been unhelpful otherwise for getting down there. Found a site that gave you Necromancer. Oh yeah, the Necromancer site is amazing. Almost forgot to move those boys. Yeah, I think it's actually safe enough to get a temple in this desert. I'm actually going to prioritize taking this neutral province. Because eventually... Eventually, Micklin might take it. Hold and attack rear. Swap to a line formation. There we go. Yeah, I'll put the heavy cav in here, why not? Bit of group stone skin. Stay behind troops. And some more group stone skin. Uh-oh, we're lacking in cash. I would like to build a temple. So I'm going to cut down on recruits. You know what, maybe we just cut back on one smith. There we go, get that temple. Lore Masters are a neat one, but way too many rolls. Lore Masters are generally very solid, but yeah, you do end up paying a lot more for them. More boys are on the way. gonna make sure I have more bottles, or bags of endless wine. And now I need to double check. Do I need to distribute more guardians? The answer is probably yes. Gotta watch out for those assassins. Jilf, you have your very own set of bodyguards. You can work on buffing up the horsies. More group stone skin, please. And thank you. This man needs guardians. There we go. All of that set up. The diseases are being cured. Oh, the temple that I had requested did not get built. That's fine. Part of me really would love these mages to be researching, but they need to patrol to participate in battle in case Abyssia decides to pop up. So sadly, that's not an option. Hanif. What does Hanif have? Hanif has the garbage that I don't care about. Looks like there's a couple of battles going on today. Gnome lore, nothing. Cure disease. No sites found. A lot of fights. Lars lightning reflexes. Shadow Imp discovered. Shadow Imp discovered. Tarkon was discovered. What is a Tarkon? Tarkon the Scout, I see. Yeah, sneaking enemy. Some squires have been caught and interrogated. They seem to be preparing for a large-scale attack in the range of Shadow. Well, these boys are gonna have to be the ones to deal with it next turn if the province defense fails. Alright, battle for the good old wood. I don't think that attack force is large enough. I feel like Abyssia is a bit spent. Battle for Abakti. This province can finally yield to me. Goodbye, Red Pants Man. The battle for Dragonport. The last of Pyrene's valuable holdings. Friendly fire annihilated one of my cavalry there. Battle for Trollwood. Yeah, they're pushing towards the fort. Not entirely unexpected. we're gonna break. These, oh, these are triple veteran Mouflon Knights. No wonder they're putting up such a fight. This commander has gone berserk. That's funny. It didn't help him at all. But it is funny. Why is the Apotropaic Alchemist down here? He should be up here. Oh well, cast Ritual Spell. Riches from beneath. And for God's sakes, make sure he has some bodyguards. Set him to cast spells. What kind of spells would I have him cast? Well, Strength of Gaia, definitely. Temper Flesh. Iron Skin. There we go. Okay, we don't need any more commanders. Back to making actual soldiers. And now we can give our commanders actual warriors to command. You know, we're even going to give our mundane commanders some bodyguards. Just to make sure. Just making sure everyone gets stone skin here. The double line formation for all of your black plate needs. Then we evenly distribute. Should we probably favor one side a little bit more, but hey. Go. We're gonna get moving. Oh, we did find a Grove of Fertility here. Fantastic. We are preaching as best we are able. Our first Enchantress is coming up next turn. We have 0 glamour income, by the way. Here, get fireplate and a hat on. Wallen, you go ahead and get that Horn of Valor going. $94 gold per turn province is actually pretty nice to have. And then we are going to have to kick these Mouflons out. And I think this army can do it. Get another lab. Chush is ours, and then my territory is pretty much safe in this area because rivers completely block Mictlan from doing anything against me. And now I'm going to send a lot of fish onto this throne province to see if we can wrestle it away. I do not believe this army is gonna get it on the first shot. I'm half tempted to just go for the Silent Ocean first, because it's guaranteed money. Yeah, let's go for the guaranteed money first. And then maybe, hold on, I can get more marrow. Marrow can almost make it back, and we can pick up more Ictiad. We could probably swing down here and grab the small sea as well. I'm kind of torn. I both want a water sorceress and a big glamour sorceress. Lab here, but no shrine. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. Shag, get moving. I've got all these scouts that aren't doing anything in my name as well. That's a bunch of shamblers, along with mercenaries from Abyssia here. I have to destroy those two temples. Oh, I didn't stop to check what my income was to see how much we actually benefited from riches from beneath, but I'm imagining we're gonna get a good bit out of it. We have very strong dominion in some very profitable provinces with very good dominion. Faldenberg. I figured this was coming. Who's actually their commander? I mean, they're running out of dudes. And my province defenses aren't holding up terribly great, but, you know, they're taking some casualties each time. Battle for Belmar. Battle for Wise Spring Grove. Look at this legion. Good lord. Okay, once again. That's a bunch of terracotta soldiers for some reason. I really want Rogel Khan to just die to a wave of arbalist shots. Ooh, my Black Knights are getting annihilated by that fire elemental. Ah, we got him. Group of knights attacked the province. How'd that go for me? Black Plate Army marches? Yes, it does. Yeah, there's no way my Red Pants men are gonna hold this off. Plus 15 defense in the Hungry Sea. 2 air, 1 water, 1 earth gem, magical birds. There was a battle for the Cradle of Life. New famous hero, Hildegarde's, and her Jinn Blood. This is a new heroic ability. What does Jinn Blood do? Commander is known for a great combat skill. She also gets extra powerful magic in provinces. She probably has Jinn Blood. She now has magic power. Interesting. That's really bad for you. Incredible. I wonder if... There's no way that a heroic ability would give you a path boost. Still, that's a neat new one. I like it. Alright, we have Quest. 2 Glamour, 2 Nature Girl. She's immediately going to site search. I'm gonna set her to auto site search, actually. I need her to find... I need her to find some glamour income for me. How is my income by the... Holy hell. Guys, my income has breached 10,000 gold per turn. Your income seems pretty good. I wish it gave me a breakdown for how much I was actually getting out of Riches from Beneath. Province income, 4% times Dominion, maximum 5. Income from mines, plus 20%. So I'm getting 868 gold per turn out of Ulm itself. Most of my resource sites are not mines, though. They're, or most of my gold sites are arenas. Oh, of course, Mictlan takes Runia, and they're probably going to take the Trollwood as well. God damn it. How's my research coming along? We're almost at Enchantment 7. We may as well go for Enchantment 8. You go preach. Of course they took my air income province. Absolute scum. Alright, let's annoy Abyssia by destroying their temple. In fact, mercenaries. The bowmen. And he just hired these guys. The Armored Fist of God and the Whispering... Ooh, I should probably order the Whispering Legion. They might be able to find some death... Or summon some death mages for me. Alright. Price, 540 gold. No problem. I'll bid 750. Go ahead and preach. Start preaching, boys. More nature, boys. Get moving. Get this guy doing some more site searching for me. Headed on for now. Going to go cook dinner. Alright. Yeah, enjoy your dinner. I'm probably not going to be going for too much longer. We're at the 3-hour mark, and I don't mean to make this a 3-hour or a 7-hour stream today. Let's go take the Silent Ocean. Yeah, these boys are going to go fight. Oh, we have some extra Ulmites here that can do, I don't know, guard duty. Hold and attack closest. A little bit of stone skin ought to help. Pelagia's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dominion candles, and we've only got 1 candle around them. More preaching is required. Oh, we have more research quills. It's not a massive boost, but hey. I should get a meteoric shield onto a Berthold here. Bakasilisk, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having fun. You know what, let's just give him some gear for now to make sure he doesn't die. We've got plenty of troops to move forward. Do I have anyone out in the middle of nowhere? Hello, enjoying Dom 6. You're a newbie player who started with Dom 3 and doesn't know how to play properly. Well, don't worry. There are people who've played this game for 10 years and still don't know how to play properly. So you are in good company. The learning curve on this game is very long. It's fairly simple to just start building troops and throwing them at things, and then you just slowly start picking up bits and pieces as you go on. But you'll frequently be going, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. And you will never stop saying that. But you'll start taking it into account, usually. let's move through Bandagor. Glamour is interesting. Their militia enchantment, mechanical militia, is something. You're playing Lithid, and they're very squishy versus heavy cav, but not anymore. Lithid. Lithid. I'm having a brain fart. You mean Riley? Okay, yeah, Riley. Oh yeah, middle-aged Riley is an absolute hoot. They're actually the first nation I played. Technically, yes, they are squishy against heavy cav, but that's why you have lobotomites to eat the lances, and then you have a wall of squids that will fry the brain of the cavalry. Stellar Cascades is also your friend, as is Soul Slay, in that particular case. Look at all these guardians. We gotta get those guardians to the front. And let's forge ourselves another Helmet of Heroes. It's going to take a very long time to get those boys to the front. Hold on. Astral Boy, Astral Boy. It's 2 Astral Boys. Oh, we got a Fire 2 and an Earth 3 in this province. Isn't that nice? Oh, 3 Astral Boys. We're starting to get enough Astral to maybe start up a communion. The Wall of Flesh plus Flayers behind works against most everyone, but not against Ulm's finest. Recruitment leads to Sea of Crossbowmen from land does it for you. Well, you see, the thing about Ulm is that they have diddly all for magic resistance. I think almost all of Ulm has 2 less magic resistance than any other equivalent force, and Astral Magic capitalizes on that real good. Get some Illithid to start mind-hunting their commanders. Things like Soul Slay are going to ruin Ulm. Stellar Cascades will also ruin Ulm, because Ulm has fatigue issues. Ulm soldiers are very tough in their tin cans, but they tire out real quick. This guy's auto-searching. That's a capital. We don't have to search capitals. Got Thaumaturgy. Yeah, Mind Burn. Also fantastic spell to be using on Ulm. Magic resist negates. They have bad magic resistance. That'll kill all mites real good. That's not a too big of a spell, though. Where's Astral Shield? Astral Shield should be somewhere. That also gives Ulm a very bad day. Paralyze. That's only 1 person. Sailor's Death. Cannot be cast underwater. Area of Effect 1. That's only Thaumaturgy 3. You should have Water Mages. Later on, Enslave Mind. Honestly, if you can get into a game that lasts long enough and you go all the way down to Thaumaturgy 9, that's where you get Master Enslave, which is one of the Riley specials. Magic resist negates easily, but Ulm has bad magic resistance. So congratulations, you just turned that entire Ulm army into your army. If you only played with the wiki since Dom 6 up until then, you are content to cast Wish in single player, but Stellar Cascades is what your every priest can cast, since they come with 2 Astral. Yeah, Stellar Cascade is good. It's very good for All Mights, for dealing with All Mights. Get enough of them casting, and you basically just put things to sleep, and if it's passed out, your Lobotomites will be able to deal with the issue. I'm just gonna set this guy to auto site search. Also, he's standing in the disease province, which is probably not going to be good for him. Okay, I've got 1 scout here. I'm gonna get more scouts. I've gotta kick a Abyssia out of the surface. These 2 guys aren't moving. Don't know why. Let's get them to the front. Apotropaic Alchemist is going to get out here. He's going to cure disease on this poor boy who's dying.
The wizard!
Tiberos has gifted a sub to Baxilisk. Thank you, Tiberos. How you doing? Sig Xeon. You're just wandering in at the end of the stream. We're going to be wrapping up shortly. I have never had 10,000 income before. It feels silly. Like, that is a really silly amount of income to have. By the way, is my Dominion Strength? Dominion Strength 11. So my Dominion Strength should be more powerful than anyone. Especially Pelagia. I highly doubt Pelagia took 10. Number of temples, 31. What is this insanity? Oh, you're lucky, you see. Team Blue is winning. Yep, Ulm, the Forges of Ulm have been doing very well for themselves. The game is really dragging on because throne availability is actually pretty bad for me. We've got 2 underwater thrones available that I can't actually capitalize on yet. Okay, we still have 600 gold. I know I canceled some mage production. Let's fix that. Let's get back to recruiting mages. The more mages I am recruiting, the better. Next turn, I'll probably forge another Dwarven Hammer, because we need more Dwarven Hammers. After we get to Enchantment 8, I think we finally go Evo 5 for Iron Blizzard. We actually haven't been using the armor-piercing magical Sabo rounds. Another question. Any way to turn off hybrids from getting born in coast provinces? Absolutely not. They're starting to eat into your income rather fierce. Yeah, you use them as chaff on the same level as the lobotomites. Heaven forbid you start getting them on an island you can't get them off of. Okay, lots of fights going in here. Range of Shadow, that's where the knights were. Damn, these knights are putting up a fight. Not a good enough fight, but that was still nasty. +4 water gems, Dunheim +10 province income, 42 unrest. Dendroniga is under attack for the 500th time from a absolutely tiny amount of garbage. This girl has got a death wish, apparently. She has a chest wound. Battle for Bandagor. Not too shabby. Battle for Traban. Okay, I don't have enough defenses there. So that one was lost with pretty much no fight. Battle for Silver Fangs. This is a more important one, but we have, yeah, you can't turn it off. It is generally good to be getting free spawn like that, but yeah, if the free spawn happens to cost income, then it is somewhat less of a positive. Okay, battle for the Silent Ocean. We have a lot of fish. Problem is, none of our fish are magical. Oh, that went very smoothly. Battle for Wise Spring Grove. There's not a lot of lads here. These guys are gonna end up killing my commanders, maybe. Oh, come on, come on. Come on, barbarians. Kill them. Yes! Alright, I don't even care if we lose the province now. Okay, we did not lose the province, and we killed a very, very expensive lad. The mercenaries successfully took my province defense. They're sieging me, but that's fine. Hoplites are still scary. Formation fighting not to be messed with. They lost a third of their boys. Okay, the battle for Faldenberg. Yeah, get out of here. I'm tired of Pyrenians. Alright, how much was this? 60 gold per turn. And it'll go up a little bit once I get the, unrest down. Out of curiosity, what can be recruited here? We can get Shamblers. This boy can go ahead and pick up all of these additional fishmen. The Sea of Mermaids will be mine, and then the Black Gorge is going to be mine as well. And, of course, Mictlan took the Trollwoods. That is really aggravating. Is Pyrene gone? We did not get the proclamation from Pyrene that Pyrene is dead, but I don't see anything left of them. In the mid-game, it's a mix between supply availability and the fact that they don't resist enemy cavalry. Here's the thing, they're not supposed to resist enemy cavalry. They're supposed to catch lances, because once a lance is used, it's gone for the rest of the battle. So lance catchers are a thing, and they're a very useful thing. Okay, this boy can start preaching the teachings of God. This guy is a useful nature mage. Yeah, eating the food, it can be a serious problem. You're not multitasking enough. Yeah, if you can take small provinces using your free spawn chaff, you're making very good use of that chaff. Before I forget, I'm just gonna have this guy make some more wine. I'm gonna need it. I'm getting some very big armies at this point, and they're gonna need magical supplies to keep going. Shambler Reef, Burial Mound, a copper mine that yields 30 gold per turn, which will be improved by the fact that I have riches from beneath. And just building a massive swarm that is going to flood into the Sea of Mermaids. Anyways, that's going to be all from me for today. You can look forward to another week of streaming ahead. I will probably take a little break from Dominions in a day or two to catch up on some other games that I had been playing. But there's going to be more Dom 6 in the future, so never you mind about that. Who is around for me to raid? Easton's been going for nearly 8 hours. Nikkei is doing Pal World. Ketzer's doing Deep Rock Galactic. Been nice. Have a pleasant evening. Yes, Voron, take care. Let's see. Yeah, we may as well raid into Eason. I think he still has another hour or two left. Or... Pal World has been popular. Yeah, we haven't raided Nikkei in a long time. There we go. What shall our raid message be? Black Plate Legion's March. There we go. Alright, so enjoy some bootleg Pokemon with guns. That'll be all from me for tonight. Until next time, take care.